Hi crafters! Can you feel that cool breeze from the north? The days getting shorter and the blue sky turning a little grey. That means one thing: Halloween is right around the corner. Close your eyes for a second. Can you hear it? Those wandering owls right outside your door and that sweet smell of cinnamon brooms in the air? Yep, we are officially in the Halloween spirit. Well, I am at least. And I thought, why not take you with me? So over the next few videos, we are going to dive into some super fun Halloween crafts together. To start this special Halloween edition, we are going to make a witch house decoration for your home. Here is what you will need for this project. Around 200 grams of paper mâché clay, a small rectangular piece of cardboard, some chipboard, you can use a cereal box, a graphite pencil, acrylic paints, black, grey, green, dark blue, yellow, orange, beige, dark brown and light brown. Wax crayons in similar shades, Crayola works perfectly, markers in matching colors for precision and depth, PVA or school glue, scissors, sculpting tools or even a straw if that's all you have, a dough flattener. I always start my creations with a pencil. It helps me make sure my idea is solid before I start building it. For big projects, I sketch in a notebook so I can plan the dimensions and proportions. Here, I'll use my sketch directly as an outline to build on. It's a great method when working with paper mâché clay because it dries fast. How fast? About 20 minutes. But don't worry, if it hardens too quickly, you can soften it again with a little water. During these 20 minutes, try to sculpt as many details as you can because even though water softens the clay, it changes the texture a little bit. First, knead the clay and shape it into a coil for the roof. Flatten that coil, then quickly sculpt some little waves along the edges. A sculpting tool works, but even a straw will do. I like my witch house to look quirky and a bit strange, never too traditional. Then make the chimney. Have fun with this part. I went with a triangular shape and quickly carved lines to mimic bricks before the dough set. For the stone wall, knead and flatten the clay as thinly as possible, then build the window frames with little clay coils arranged around the window openings. If you covered your windows by accident, don't panic, just scrape the extra clay off with a knife, then sculpt the door frame and the wooden steps of the house. Use a little water to blend everything smoothly. Add a support board too. For my house, I let the stone mold dry a bit before carving the lines, that way the edges are rough and chipped like real old stone. I also added a little gate on the side. Once everything was dry, I let it sit overnight. It was time for paint. I painted the roof and windows frame black, the stone wall dark grey, and the wooden boards a nutty brown. To make the wood look aged, I brushed on touches of green, grey, and ochre. For the stones, I added shades of grey, green, and beige. Then I painted a yellow glow inside the windows. For the background, I first thought about a dark blue night sky, but in the end, I went with a mustard yellow. It helps the house stand out a little more. While the paint dried, I spread some paper mâché clay on a silicone sheet and sculpted the flat shape of a witch. Then I added the details, her dress, cape, hat, and even small coils for her hair, hands and feet. I gave her the classy pointy witch hat and of course, a broom. When she was dry, I painted her face a peach tone, her dress black, her hair dark grey, and her hat light grey. The broom got yellow and ochre, and her cape green. To make the colors pop, I used wax crayons in similar shades for a shiny finish. Then I glued the witch to the house with epoxy glue. For the under roof area that I had left plain, I glued strips of cereal box painted dark brown to create a boarded facade. I wrapped a strip of craft paper around the edges of the cardboard base to hide the corrugated side. Then I added the window tiles and rails to make the paints look realistic. To bring the whole piece to life, I use markers to add shading and contrast. The broom bristles, the witch's hair, the rough edges of her coat, and the wood grain were all painted with marker. Finally, I glued some little bits of fake greenery around the base of the house to look like bushes. And there you have it, a spooky detailed witch house perfect for Halloween. If you enjoyed this project, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss the next Halloween craft. And tell me in the comments what would your witch house look like? Would you keep it spooky like mine or make it fun and colorful? I'd love to get your ideas for the next videos. Thanks for crafting with me, and until the next time, happy hunting!